So to do that, I'm going to move into our ProtaDetails system, and I'm now going to start to create our drawings. So at this point, I may have done the design. I'm happy with the results, and I now want to start to create out our drawings. So I'm now loading ProtaDetails. You just give it a second, ProtaDetails will start up, and we can then move to start to document all of this out. So it's just opening this, and you'll see it flash up on the screen. Okay, now ProtaDetails, as well as being a drawing management system, is also a full CAD system. So you can happily draft in it. We work within with DWG file formats here, and the commands are very similar to what you might have with AutoCAD or your preferred drafting platform. And what we're trying to do is give you features and functionality in here that you could use to create your structural detailing, and you can happily do your drafting within this environment, and then you can produce from here as well. So you don't actually need to have your own CAD system. You could happily use ProtaDetails if you wish, but it's up to you. You can send information out to other platforms as well. So at this point, I'm just going to come and create the drawing. So to do that, I'm just going to hit Auto Generate. And you can choose here what you want to create. Now I'm going to insert this to a sheet, and you can come here and choose your preferred title block. Now naming conventions and so on here can be set up here. You can also play with things like maybe the scale of the details as presented, the way in which members are truncated. All this kind of information can be managed at this point. Now at this point then I'm just going to come in and draw this out. So I'm just going to ask it to create my drawings, and it's now going to go away and do the magic. So you can see here it's just working away and behind, and it's starting to lay out my title blocks and automatically create everything into my sheets. So if we just give it a few seconds, you'll see it's working away, and it's trying to optimize the placement of these this information into sheets here. So what you might just see at this point is you can see the foundation plan there. You may also notice that we've done things like automatically dimension the foundations out. Okay, it's laid it into your sheet. Off to the right, you'll see things like information, handy information like what code of practices that you've used, and there's also some preliminary quantities information there as well. Now this is done, it's finished. And if I just come out, you can see here that we've created a number of different drawings automatically from the design. And all these have been laid systematically into your title block sheets. So if I come in here, we can come and interrogate these in more detail. So I did show you the tile cap and foundation drawings here. Here you can see your key plans. And you can see that we've intelligently looked at the way it's drawn. Okay, if you've got an edge of the building there, you can see it's a solid line, internals are dotted, this type of thing. All the layers and line types can be adapted to suit your requirements, and they are very comprehensively layers and so on are available here as well. Now, this has been laid out into your drawing sheet, so you can just customize this to suit. Okay, and you can also see things like set out plans. So if you want to see set out against grid, for example, those drawings can also be produced. Here you can see elevations through the walls. For seismic detailing, we require end zones, so these types of things will be shown. Okay, and you can also see capacity detailing there. So the ductile detailing that requirements to the American code, and in particular the NSCP, are all being provided here for the columns, and we will draw these up in elevations. Here you can see there's our unique column that we designed earlier. Okay, and that's all detailed properly as well. You can present information in other ways. So if you want to present things in schedules, you can. We will do some smart things like automatically group members. We'll know what's similar, and they'll be carried out. We can also do the similar things with the beams if you wish. But here you can see the beam detailing. If I just come in and show you this in more detail, you can see the ductile detailing that we're performing at each end. This is based off capacity design, capacity shear design, and you can see the bar arrangements that have been created here. Now what you might just notice here, if I come to the end, you'll see that there's 3 diameter 20 bars and it's positional mark 7. So if I just come off to the side here, you'll notice that there's a table of positional mark 7, they're 20s, there's actually 12 of those in that drawing. They're 9 meters long, and it's 108 meters in total. And just here you can see the bar bending schedule that we've created. Now, this has been quantified for the whole drawing, so you can see for this, there's actually 2,386 kilograms of steel. That includes all the laps, the links, everything. So if you're wanting to compare different systems and different schemes for a client, then you can take advantage of this information and create that. Now, even if we get into things like sloping members and so on, they'll also be detailed out. You might recall that I created a ramp earlier, okay, and you can just see the way in which we're creating details here. Now, you are in CAD, and you can pick up details and move them around, okay. If you didn't want to place a detail there, maybe you want to move it down to here, or maybe there's other things you want to do. Perhaps you'd like to, maybe you want to cut a detail and chop it and move it down. So there's some handy tools in here to help you with the drafting. And you can see that the labeling is continuous. Okay, we're relabeling the bottom. Okay, and you can use this just to help you just manipulate the details to suit the final drawing production. Okay. Now these objects are rebars are also objects, so I can come and make changes if I want to. So if I decided that instead of this being a 16, it was a 20, I can come in and adapt these. So we understand everything about these bars. We understand the cover, the laps, the lengths, all the information. How many there are is shown here. And when I do adapt these, we have updated this, but we've also updated the quantities associated with this. So this is dynamic, and these will automatically be adapted to suit. Now, if you prefer to show information in a schedule, you can do this. You can see here that we've just tabularized this, okay, and you could also present this. Maybe this is what you might do for tender, and then when you create your construction drawings, you might have a mix of this as well as the detailed out drawings. If I come down here, you can see also that the foundations are also being presented, and you can see the pile cap details as well. Now, there are other things inside of ProtaDetails. I'm not going to get the chance to cover everything today. All the elements that we work with in the model are available here, and you can just come and grab these and draw things out. So if I wanted to draw, for example, the elevation of a particular column, I can. If I wanted to draw out a particular beam detail, I can come in here and grab that. And you can also draft in here, as I mentioned. So if you wanted to add extra details, maybe in here you're wanting to assign different rebars, there's tools in here that you can use to help you with doing a bit of extra drafting as well. So these are objects, and you can work with these to create additional details if that's what you want to do as you go. Now, if these are variations, you can pick these up, and these can also be instantly quantified. So I can take this, and you can see that I've just created full quantities for the additional detail that I created here, as well as the beam above. So again, if you were using this to assess, say, variations, for example, you can do that. Now, I'm not going to talk much more about ProtaDetails. There is an intelligent design library here that you can use to design different components. And there's also a detail library that you can use also to perform quick drafting. If you want to see other webinars that we create, we will be going into these in more details, but these are standalone design and detailing macros that you can run to do quick design for these types of elements.